Hello children, so today I will be explaining you the chapter called The Testament of a Walker. It is an essay piece written by R.K. Narayan. Okay, so let us begin. The author R.K. Narayan says that he is impervious to the fine values in a car. That means he is not interested in the car's fine values, that means important value. He is not interested in the facilities or luxuries that a car can provide. He is satisfied if he is provided a seat and a four wheels that can roll. However, he happened to own an imported car which is flashy and full of sophistication. Anybody would be ecstatic to see its easy steering, maneuverability, concealed air conditioner, and tape recorder, digital alarm with a calculator. So these are the facilities he has in the car. But the author never understood the purpose of most of the buttons, switches, and gadgets. The air conditioner in the author's car, which was supposed to make one's journey comfortable, was switched on during the 10 years for a total period of 30 minutes only, that is less than 3 minutes in a year. Whenever the air conditioner was on, the windows were to be closed, which inhibited his driver, whose habit was to show right or left turn by thrusting his arm out, who, when the glass was raised, constantly hit it with his fist. He had the habit of gesticulating at erring pedestrians and addressing them volubly in passing. And in the car, with the air conditioner on and the windows closed, the driver felt constricted, encapsulated, and tongue tied, and drove without spirit. The author thinks that he was in fact conditioned to driving to the tone of the rattle and roar of other vehicles beside, behind, and ahead. The author confesses that he does not have automobile sensibility, and he does not regret for it. He believes that man's ultimate destiny lies in walking, and that is why he is endowed with a pair of legs which can operate without petrol or gears. It is the philosophy which leaves him indifferent to any hike in the petrol price. He says that there will be a time when it may cost 1,000 rupees to travel 1 kilometer, and then the only man will discover the use of his feet. The most ambitious work the author has been planning for years is called Testament of a Walker. However, he has not started writing the book, but the philosophy is deep rooted in him. There was a time when he used to walk 10 miles a day, even in bad weather. I'm talking about R.K. Narayan. He did his walking in the veranda. He thinks that for a person like him, possessing a car, a sophisticated and imported car, is irrelevant and nuisance. Privacy and anonymity are the two things the author value, and both the things are lost when he travels in a gaudy car which he has. He becomes conspicuous to all. In a small city like Mysore, it becomes very difficult for the author to hide from the people. He generally avoids all public engagements and invitations with the excuse that he will be away Bangalore or Madras or Delhi. Depending on the pressure of the invitation, he would expand the kilometers. Apart from that, the author is constantly in a fear that the driver might drive the car in a reckless manner and it might break down. As this car was of a special pedigree, it was not advisable to allow any ordinary workshop to open the bonnet. The accredited workshop that with special tools was a workshop and 100 miles away at Bangalore, which can only open his car. There in the workshop, one would be paying high prices for the replacement of parts and any part of the car. The spare parts are available in an exclusive shop only. A customer entering this shop should be ready to pay any price they ask for, and the name of the shop is Vindhyas, which you will find in the textbook. The author had to visit the workshop every other week to get some kind of repairing of his car and shed his savings. He started fearing that at this rate he would soon reach the border of bankruptcy. One day, two cyclists collided and fell on his car, parked in front of the hospital, and smashed the parking light on the left side. It could not easily be replaced in India. The elite shop Vindhyas could produce one if the author was prepared to pay 2,000 for the piece, and 2,000 during that time was a huge amount of money, maybe 2 lakhs of now. The mechanic, after examining the broken light, declared that it could be repaired. He would fabricate a cover in plastic, so he unscrewed off the whole assembly of the car and of the light and the left. After that, he was away for the workshop for 10 weeks on sick leave. And later on, when the author met him, he denied that the light was with the author, not with him, the mechanic. The author had no other way but to accept that the part of the glass is missing, and mechanic doesn't accept that it was he who lost it. So all this made the author come to the conclusion that he had no use of a car. It seemed to him that the most thoughtless thing he had done in his life was to have acquired the car. He decided to get rid of it, lock it up in the shed as soon as possible to turn his energy to writing stories. The author declares that he is not short of a person who would enjoy getting under the car on a Sunday, as is the case with a friend of his who generally spend his leisure hours under his imported car. He spends all his time collecting spare parts from far and near, and he can repair his car on the own. The author can appreciate his competence but can never accept his advice. And he always advises R.K. Narayan, saying that don't give up your car. The thing to do is to be on the lookout for a similar model, buy it at any price, and then you can transfer. You could transfer all the necessary parts from one car to another. It will work out cheaper that way. Ultimately, you can sell away the shell of the remaining car to any fellow who is planning to set up a wayside tea stall, or you could convert it into a little garden house in your own compound. So basically the story is about the author's feeling about his own imported car. So he had an imported car with which he used to survive, all right, and survival for him with that imported car has become very difficult, because that particular imported car used to actually screw his life. He said that he needs only a car just to go from one place to another. He doesn't care of the luxuries of the car. Most of you who are listening to my video must be fan of cars. You must be loving cars of best variety and best facilities. He had the best one. R.K. Narayan had the best one during his time, but he never valued it. He thought that it was just a waste of money for him. He sat in his car only for 30 minutes. Can you imagine, in 10 years of time? And his car was a nuisance for him, a difficulty for him. All right, I hope you have understood these particular short video on the AC Testament of a Worker. Please watch it and you read the text. You will be able to understand the essay very well. It is a very simple essay about the opinion of R.K. Narayan, what he thinks about walking. Okay, he thinks that walking is better than having a car, because a car will always disturb you, take money from you. For example, walking doesn't need any gear or petrol, but car or any other vehicles that runs by petrol or gears need to be repaired and spend a lot of money. But for walking, you don't have to spend anything, right? So he thought that walking is better than having a car, and he accidentally or misfortunately had a car, and that car gave him a lot of difficulties. He had to repair that car in a accredited, recognized workshop, which would be very expensive for him, and any single part is affected, he had to buy either from Vindhyas, which is an elite shop, a shop only for the Rajas and Maharajas, kings and princes, and there you are not supposed to bargain. You will have to pay whatever they charge. If a 10 rupees pen is sold there, they may charge you 1000 rupees, and you are no one to question them or bargain them. So either he had to buy from such a shop called Vindhyas, or he had to go abroad to buy the part. So if he hated the car so much, why did he get a car, isn't it? So next class I will give you the explanation video of the poem Brook. Thank you.